Hi there, I'm FeatherLinnea. Welcome. I'm going to shiny hunt Palkia again today, so welcome to the stream. I will mostly be muted, so it'll just be a chill stream. I will put the audio up a little bit. If anyone wants to talk, I'll unmute, but otherwise, I'll just be having a chill shiny hunt. It's soft resetting. The odds are currently on screen. 1 to 4,096. I don't think I will get it today, but I'll have to, make progress. Otherwise, the stream will be re-uploaded on my YouTube channel, so hi YouTube in the future. And have fun. Good luck on all your hunts. I know you guys like hunting while I do it as well. I like doing that too. Hi there, I'm doing well. What about you? Oh, thank you for following me. Sorry if I butchered the name. Cooper Boy ZX. Cooper Boys. Thank you for following. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's just really a faithful remake of Gen 4. Well, if you've never played Gen 4, I would say definitely get it. I grew up with Platinum, which is basically the same. There's a lot of fun things to do. You can even play in an area called Underground together with other people. And most Pokemon here aren't Shining Locked either. Like you can catch, like Shaman or something? I'm not sure if there was a vent. Omega Ruby was also great. I played Alpha Sapphire until my cartridge corrupted. And played the original Ruby and Sapphire. I think I played Ruby. I never got to play Emerald, which is a shame. Have you played any of the others? Fire Red was also cool. I think I had Leaf Green, but I think I also have both games here. Have you tried the new games yet? Scarlet and Violet? Oh wait, you said you get the Switch soon. Do you plan on getting it then? Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was also really, really cool. Really loved those games. I've played through X and Y, and I guess they're pretty good. Especially if you just go when it was released, where they just switched to 3D. Well, I think Sword and Shield aren't that bad. They're not perfect, but you know, they gotta have a few bad apples here and there. Dynamax Adventures is a fun one, but that is with the DLC. High shiny rate. Otherwise, when it released, it's the most fun. If you compare it to Scarlet and Violet are going to be a lot more fun than Sword and Shield. Unless you play those before that. Oh yes. That'd be amazing. Oh, I really want Gen 5 remix. No? But those games are great. Gen 5 remakes are probably next in line. I've played them all, even Black 2 and White 2. Oh yeah, random encounters is also a lot of fun, I have to agree. While Scarlet and Violet is really fun to just run around and catch Pokemon. I think running around in the grass without seeing them is also really charming. Nexomon also has the style of that, if you're interested in another monster catching game. Nexomon Extinction is the new one. It crashed. Happens all the time. Actually, I've had this happen quite a few times with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Although I do, like, have done 1,000 resets already, so... Even with the performance issues, the game is really good. There's just some angles if you look where the game is slower. And a couple of bugs. But for what it is, for the first open world Pokemon game, it's really good. But yeah, it gets more expensive every year. Especially since I put out DLCs instead of putting that in the May already. I mean, I think the worst thing about Scarlet and Violet is the terror rates, and I don't think the patch fixed it well. Yeah, I think that too. 3DS era was the best. The only shame about it was that the DS really, 3DS, had a hard time keeping up with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Or was at its limits already. I think the one game that most fans already want is the remake of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Darkness, Time and Sky. That's what we're all waiting for. Because those games, those are really good. Have you played any of those? I think I forget to count. Oh well. Hmm. Aww. I personally really like them, especially Sky. Oh, that's fine. Have you ever played the Pokemon Ranger games? Or Poké Park games? I think those are quite underrated. And not as well known. Or maybe not as well known because the Ranger game kinda destroyed your display. Oh. If they were to make remakes, maybe people would know more. I haven't actually ever played Pokemon Snap. I don't even have that game. Pokemon Tekken is also out there. Or Pokken, I'm not sure which one was the correct title. Those are also for the Switch. They also still have tournaments in Pokken. Which one is your favorite then, from the mainline games? Yeah, Pokken sounds nice, I just have never bought the game. I never had a Wii U, so I can only buy the game for the Switch, which I haven't done yet. Same! I'm also pretty broke. But I will. One day. Maybe for cheap, like second hand. Oop. There's also shiny hunting in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is pretty fun. You can catch quite a lot of legendaries. Did yours break or why? I mean, mine is in less than stellar condition. After all these years. Oop. Oops. there's a good chance I might reset over to Palkia if I see it. Reminds me of the one time I let the shiny faint just because I didn't want to master ball it. It was Terrakion, I think. Took me 2000 more encounters with shiny charm then. Yeah, plenty of people are currently selling their kits or other relatives 3DSs and other consoles. We'll likely find something cheap. Yeah. And it reminds me the eShop has been turned off. It's gone now. For the 3DS, I mean. And the Wii U. Hopefully Pokemon Bank is still working, because I haven't actually transferred anything yet. Although not too tragic if I were to lose anything. Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. If they're bringing out any new console after the Switch, because the Switch is already suffering quite a bit. Although I still bought like the Switch after it came out, so mine might just be suffering. I wonder what I would bring out. Well, it's also how we all grew up. Pokemon was always handheld. I mean, spin-offs for a different thing is fine, but otherwise, playing Pokemon in handheld is the most fun. I think I missed a couple times to put it counter. And Pokemon always moves with the new console. Well, it's a very good selling franchise, so I can't really blame them. I would love if they would go back to the 2D sprites, but I'm pretty sure they won't, which is a bit of a shame. They didn't for the BDSP remakes Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, so I don't think they will do that for any remake at all. Having a traditional old Pokemon game like in these 2D games would be great. Considering I did play Sword and Shield, I'm not quite sure. There's areas that look really, really good. Really, really pretty. And other areas, after you've been there too much, are just meh. And I'm talking about Sword and Shield. For Ultra Sun and Moon, I'm not a general fan of Alola anyway, so I'm a bit biased. Gen 5 is best. But I do like some Pokemon they have. Although I'm also biased because I love dark types. And they add like dark types every generation. And they added a lot in this one too. Yeah, but the Alola games, Ultra Sun and Soul, suffered from hours worth of cutscenes. Like it's so many cutscenes. You can't even speedrun the game because half of the game is cutscenes. I mean, of course you can speedrun it, but like there's so many cutscenes. I am very biased against Hoenn. Third Gem is not my favorite. Third Gen. But it was also really good. I mean, I usually buy all the games when they come out. So I got to experience them fresh when they came out. And I played it a lot. Oh yes! That was amazing. I loved that. Using Latios and Latios was so cool. Most of the time was then only spent flying, I think. Until my game cartridge corrupted. But I still got a couple shinies before it went bad completely. There was a bit of a manufacturing issue with the cartridges. The one that were sold, like, I think I've missed two. Directly after release. Those had a bit of an issue. Those that were released later already had a fix. But it's kind of like how Excellent Y had a game-breaking bug. But that's the only shame about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. That the ones you get directly after release date have a chance of breaking down at latest after 1-2 years. Oh well, if you got it digitally. Always get physical copies. If you have it digitally, you don't have that problem. But for us collectors that have the physical copies, they'll just look pretty in the shelf now. But my Omega Ruby is still working. Just not my Alpha Sapphire. No. Well, getting it secondhand now also has the risk that one of those is from the release date and don't function. So getting them secondhand has always a risk. And they're expensive. Boy, everything is expensive now. Those games are digitally the best choice anyway. I wouldn't say they have that much content. They're remake after all. They don't add much. You have the underground, but I do think it's a shame that they changed the underground up a little bit. We have no statues that we can collect to increase what Pokemon you meet down there, which was not in the original version. In the original games from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, you could customize bases, you could steal flags from other people. You can't do that anymore, which I'm really sad about. But you now have like little caves down there where you can catch Pokemon, shiny hunt even, get the statues and items as usual. I'm not sure how much post-game there is. I have played the game a lot, but like I was a child back then. I haven't finished Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl because I'm still hunting the legendaries. But they made it a faithful remake. Otherwise, all the bugs that were back, they're still here. You can still go through the void. And you can try to complete the Pokédex. I don't recommend doing the Shiny Charm because it only affects breeding in this game. Some error in the code, I think. I don't know. What else did I do? There might be a battle tower, battle area. There were multiple back in the original. So there's still an entire island of post-game. If you want a very long game, I recommend the Digimon games. But not Digimon World next order, because that's very difficult and grindy. But like Digimon Cyber Sleuth was really good. They usually sell it on the Switch as a 2-pack. It's often also on sale in the Nintendo eShop. But that depends really if you want to read much. It's more like a... Oh, they patched it. Ooh. I didn't know that. Oh well, I still have the items events, so I'm not worried. I should still have the items for everything or set up. I'm pretty sure I downloaded the events on both. Well, not downloaded, but gift menu. Because I do intend to shiny hunt Darkrai and Shaman later. And Arceus. Let me see. I should have at least one of those items. That one. And that one. My game is in German because I am German. Brilliant Diamond I have set up in English. Yep. That's tough luck. At least in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl you can get Miyu and Jirachi. I think you need to have files from Let's Go and... what was it? How many games do we even have already? There were 2 games. If you have a save file from them, you could get those. Could also be wrong. I'm not sure right now. But technically you can just get those. But you can't shiny hunt them, they're shiny locked. The Let's Go games are nice, but I don't really think they have much potential once you're done with it. If you... They only have so many Pokemon you can shiny hunt before you're sick of it. And already got them all. There have a few things you can do, but like... After you finish it, Let's Go is not that interesting. Like here, see all those Pokemon games. And other games. Stardew Valley is a great game. I recommend it. Yeah, if you had the save file from Sword and Shield, I think you could get the Shirachi, and from Let's Go you could get the Mew. So yeah, for those you would have to wait. Yeah, basically. I do really like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet because they're really good. The post game is absolutely amazing. Even if it's very buggy and performance issues. But you can overlook that after you saw that. I mean, could be worse. Yes! Basically. Well, the spin-offs are always great. Snap is supposedly very good. I didn't really spoil myself. I think so. Well, the DC isn't out yet, but like, I really like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Just zooming around Miraidon and Koraidon is already a lot of fun. And like, you run into a shiny every other corner if you're like me. Have good luck. I'm not sure if the DC is worth it yet. I haven't seen anything yet. I mean, I'm still gonna get it, but like... I can't say that the DC for Sword and Shield was all that great. I mean, it's fun to shiny hunt in there, but like, that's about it. It hasn't really added anything. Yeah, that would also work. Hold of the Lamb is also great. I haven't played it much. But Stardew Valley is a game you are gonna spend hundreds of hours in. Stardew Valley often is on sale, so you could wait for that. Not sure if Cult of the Lamb ever is on sale. Pokemon is never on sale. I've never seen Pokemon on sale. Sounds good. I still have to play Violet. I finished Scarlet, but I've never played. Finished playing Violet. Still have to do that on stream. I've only ever seen a physical copy on sale, but it was like the store's fault. They accidentally did that. That's still a lot nicer than the prices they usually have. The 3DS games sometimes went down to, I think, from 50 to 5. But that's the most they go down. They never have like 50% or anything down. I can understand why they do this, but like, come on. On Amazon I see them go down like $5 sometimes. But it's still more expensive than the DS games were. We're all broke, we are all suffering. It reminds me, have you ever heard of or played Pokemon Colosseum? Or the sequel whose name I just forgot? It was for the GameCube, I think. I would love a remake of that. I never got to play that game. And yeah, it would also be expensive. Other people who sell the games often know that it's valuable. Have you played the original Game Boy Pokemon games? Like Yellow, Blue, Gold, Silver? Or what was the first one you played? So none of the Game Boy Color games. Color? Yes, Game Boy Color. I started playing either blue or yellow first. I'm not sure which one I played with first. Then heavy skip to Pokemon Ruby. And then Platinum, but before that I played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon first. Oh, Crystal, yeah, I played Crystal after Yellow. And then broke the game. I don't ever think I beaten Crystal because of the internal battery. Like after 3 gyms at most, game turned off and save gone. So Silver and Heart Gold are also really great games. I love those. I still play them sometimes. Was Steven the champion in the other games? I mean, Ruby and Sapphire. I think there was what's his name, the water gym that switched with it, but I could remember that wrong. Back as a kid, I only used one Pokemon anyway. I remember in Soul Silver, my champion fight never happened so easily because I was with my fire starter with only fire attacks against the Houndoom with the ability to catch the fire attacks and boost its own. That was awful. Yeah, it can be extremely hard. I think plenty of people have the same feeling with Gen 4 with Cynthia. She is also notoriously hard. Especially since there was no fairy type, so some of her Pokemon are really hard to beat. Since they had no weakness. Spiritomb, I think was it called. I remember the German name, just not the English name. And Zabir is... no wait. Sableye is the English name. Yes. It's a complete cultural meme nowadays. Cynthia is very hard. I think she's the hardest champ of all of them. Pokemon Violet champ is a joke. Oops. Oops. Wrong buttons. Oh, there's the XP share, but even then, there could be some difficulty. She has a Garchomp. This Spiritomb. The Togekiss. They do have fairy types in this remake. Might be a bit easier now. Just remember to bring a lot of revives. Yeah, like the only challenging champion really is Cynthia. Oh, it has been so long ago already. I really need to play those games again. Ooh, I also loved like the episode with the Delta episode that we got in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire with Deoxys. Deoxys, I'll butcher the pronunciation today. That was so cool. I really, really liked that. Riding on Rayquaza. That was just really cool. You can never have enough revives until you actually battle them. Oops. Run button. Aww. I still caught mine, but it was pretty salty. It was shiny logged. Aww. Oh well, you could always restart the game. But the episode was pretty cool. I must admit, that was really, really cool. I wonder what Gen 10 will bring. We're already at Gen 9, right? Who counting? Well, I'm assuming there will be Scarlet and Violet are fresh, so it takes like 3-4 years until Gen 10. So there'll probably be a couple of remakes, maybe one more original game that is mainline before we get the next generation. They're likely gonna continue the open world, considering the massive success of Scarlet and Violet. It's unlikely that they'll return to the old formats. They have already shown with Let's Go, Sword Shield, and all the games that came afterwards, except for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Perl, because those were remakes, that they have been working on getting the open world game. Let's Go had the sprites in the open world, well, the models, if you get what I mean. Then in Sword and Shield, they had the nature zone, where all those, similarly to Let's Go, were also in the open world, but still encounter. But you already saw some behavior, unlike in Let's Go. And then you had Legends Arceus that tried it from area to area, but with a different spawn methods. But they had also behaviors and everything, and then you have Scarlet and Violet, so it evolved over time what they were doing. It was already quite clear that they were aiming for that in hindsight. So they got better from game to game, and if you look at Let's Go and then compare Scarlet and Violet to that, it's miles apart from each other. It's a huge improvement, except for the game breaking bugs, but they mostly only happen in terror raids and multiplayer. I haven't really played multiplayer, but I know there's some really, really funny games. It's just gonna be hard to find something that is as good as Scarlet and Violet. I keep pressing it too long. It took me a week or two to play for Scarlet and Violet. I took it slow. Having sudden open direction where you can go wherever doesn't really motivate you to do them all. You just do it slowly, and when you have done so, it becomes quite a motivation to do post-game. Which I'm not gonna spoil here. I'll spoil that on different days where Shiny Hunt there. But not on Mondays. Shiny Hunt streams are planned for Mondays and I think it was Fridays. I can't see my plan over here. It should be Mondays and Fridays. Mondays I plan to Shiny Hunt anything that isn't Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. For now, Palkia until I get it, and then maybe Legends Arceus. And for Fridays in Scarlet. Until I finish, like, Pokemon Violet. Then I'll also Shiny Hunt there. In post-game area, which I will not spoil for you. Ignore that. I think I have some things too loud. That should work. Open world is definitely quite a lot of fun. Just not sure if there could be anything you could do differently. Well, other than like adding the mechanics from Legends Arceus to the new game, because that was a ton of fun to just throw Pokeballs at everything without having to engage in battle. That would probably be the only thing that would really add to a future Pokemon game. Legends Arceus is actually considered a mainline game, as far as I know. It's not a spin-off, even though it looks like one. It could be wrong, but like I think that was the last thing I knew about it. If you can afford it, I recommend Legends Arceus. If you want to have a lot of time spent in a game, that is a lot of fun. If you can afford it. It's also expensive. My microphone is showing noise. My laptop might be too loud. I'll have to check it after the stream. But the quality will improve over every stream, I hope. You left. Oh well, I can continue talking anyway. We'll re-upload this later after all. Hopefully that's just as entertaining for everyone else. Or that I'm able to be understood, because I No, I'm hard to understand at times, and I'm not talking about language, but just my squishy mouth. Don't be afraid to tell me if I'm hard to understand or if I say something wrong. Whatever reset over it already. This is not technically soft resetting, but like resetting. Soft resetting was something else. I love soft resetting and random encounters the most. Other methods are nice and fine, but random encounters and soft resets are my favorite. One of the shiny hunts I'm gonna do next is in Let's Go Eevee. Maybe after this one, where I'll hunt Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno and Mewtwo. I got my shiny charm a while ago and I basically only have to beat up the Sham, train up my Pokemon and then I can shiny hunt there. The only problem I have is that I really am bad at throwing the Pokeballs in those games. Really bad, I don't know what I'm doing. The position of my Switch will also not help me very much. But the odds are very good. Significantly better than here, because I have the shiny shine over there. And I will pop in a lure as well. I'm not sure how much that'll help, but it might increase the odds. I don't know. I haven't checked. Maybe I'll switch it around weekly. Like, do Let's Go hunt 1 week and BDSP hunt the other. I haven't decided yet. I might also do that on Fridays, where I'll switch between Pokemon Shield and Pokemon Scarlet. This is definitely more entertaining than the last stream. I'm actually awake this time. I think the overlay is nice enough too. At least it works for shiny hunting. Makes it easier to see everything. I definitely like it. Whoever is there, feel free to chat with me or join in the next stream. Maybe watch the video later if you don't want to stick around, or just shiny hunt in the background. If I sound aggressive or anything, I'm not trying to sound aggressive, I have no idea what I'm saying. It's not shiny, probably. My guess is that I'll get it about at 7,000 to 9,000 encounters if I'm lucky. 12,000 if it really doesn't want to shine. I still have to shiny hunt the Alga. But that one is easier to see. The lighting in this area where Palkia is makes it hard. Harder than in the previous games. Maybe if I put my microphone a little bit over here, it will make less noise. And I am correct. And I can lean back. If I'm already talking for so long, I might as well talk trash all the time. Pardon my wording. If I swear or anything, do reprimand me. I try to get not to do that anymore. don't think I've done it in any of my videos, except for once where I apologized afterwards. After saying it, I mean, within the video. But I try not to swear. I like this and my videos to be a safe space. For everyone, not just children. Alright, let me check something before I continue. It's gonna be funny. This should still work. Alright. Done checking something. Wait, did it just turn off? I hope the stream quality is good and not bad at all. I'm kinda in a rural area in the countryside thingy, so my internet connection might not be the best. But it's better than my previous one, funnily enough. On Wednesday, if no one of my family interrupts me, which I will always make time for, I'll be continuing playing Stray. I will make sure that my laptop isn't too loud next time around. I put my microphone somewhere else, so I'm not sure how that actually sounds and how much of what is it called? Let's say disruption noise. Yeah, let's say disruption noise because I forgot the word. I know it in German, Ocean. That is coming from my laptop because it's loud. I mean, I could put it on quiet, but what's the point? Where was I? Yeah. I'll try to improve the quality over every stream. I especially love some feedback if I'm talking loud enough, if I'm clear enough, if I'm just talking some nonsense and you'd like me to not talk nonsense, which I cannot promise, but I can try. I like talking nonsense. As long as it's really just nonsense and no one is harmed. I want us all to have a good time after all. Even at something so boring and mundane than hunting shiny Palkia where there's nothing happening. It's not gonna happen for a while. Pardon me. For anyone wondering, my profile picture and every other art, except for the Palkia sprite I drew. I'm an artist, you're welcome. Art streams will return. If I'm not a coward, it'll all return and be consistent. I'm more of a coward, that's why it took so long for me to stream again. Except for last week, I wasn't feeling well. I'm trying to think about topics to talk about. If I'm already talking since the last hour, I might as well talk for the next hour. I'm only planning to stream every time only for 2 hours because of my entire day. I only have 2 hours to stream. This is at the end of my day. This is at 8 p.m. for me, and I go to bed at 10 p.m. to get my sweet 8 hours of sleep, roughly. Because imagine being healthy. Wow. Like a healthy sleep will encourage your memory and your overall mood, which makes you more productive in turn, which is what I'm aiming for. And mind you, I'm not always shiny hunting. I mean, I shiny hunt like in Dynamax Adventures and Sword in the background because I can just do everything else. It kinda works the same way with Let's Go. I can also just put that in the background. Excuse me. But it is quite difficult to get all the uploads ready sometimes. This is on my Shiny Hunt channel later, so if anyone is listening after this is on YouTube, hi, welcome, I'm FeatherLinnea. If you haven't heard, call me Feather or Feather, depending what you speak. They them for me, if you haven't read the description yet. And I forgot what I wanted to say. Like, I have 5 uploads per week. I'm going to upload this stream on the Thursdays for now. Unless I have some other content planned. And I forgot. I tend to speak without thinking. Have fun with that. I think enough, but not enough for speaking. I'm not sure if the microphone is too close. Guess I'll know that after the stream. Let me think of a topic. Last time I wanted to talk about some things, but I was always quiet, so it was kind of awkward to talk. I do like BDSP, but I literally still haven't finished the game. I think I keep forgetting to put a counter. Inaccurate counter, you're welcome. I miscount all the time. Even though it's not that hard to remember to press a button. If you want to support me, a follow, a sub or similar on any of my socials is very much appreciated. That would help a lot. Thank you very much in advance. Or already. I appreciate that. Just watching is also a lot of help. I also have a subscriber special planned. It depends on how fast I'll reach that goal. I plan to do that on 50 subscribers on my Shiny Hunt channel. But if I reach that too quickly, I'm not gonna do much. Hi there, I was just talking nonsense all the time. You haven't really missed anything. When did you leave? I noticed you leaving a while ago, I think. I'm not sure. So far, only been talking nonsense. To pass the time. And a couple of encounters and no shiny Palkia found. I'm not sure if you were there when I said it, but like, I'm pretty sure I'll take about 7,000 to 9,000 at worst case scenario. 12,000 encounters to get this. Animal Crossing is the absolute amazing thing. I love it. Aww. It happens. Twitch does take quite a bit, doesn't it? Animal Crossing is amazing. Since it got more and more updates, it's even better. I haven't played it in a long time, but my entire island is full of flowers. I'm also not sure how much delay is in the stream. I answer stuff as I see it, but I'm not sure how much that is delayed. It shouldn't be much of a delay, maybe a couple seconds for me, but it could be longer for everyone else. I guess sad I'm like started streaming again after months of putting it off. Hunting this thing is very repetitive. I remember how fast you could hunt in hard gold and silver. This soft reset are so fast. They're so fast. And I was lucky and got all my starters that I wanted under 1,000 encounters, I think. I got a shiny Cyndaquil at about 200 encounters. Well, soft resets, not encounters. I think the same way for Totodile, and the second Cyndaquil I got was roughly over 1,000 encounters. Have you shiny hunted this far? If your internet connection allows you to hear what I say. Oh man. Maybe one day. Some good connection. I'm lucky that even in this country, like rural area, it's not that far away from a town. It has good enough internet to do this. But I was just lucky. My shiny luck usually is good, but I have been having a shiny drought the last week or two. Even with the highest odds, I haven't caught anything lately. Which sucks a bit because I need to prep for a couple of uploads. 5 uploads a week don't prep themselves, and that's only my Shiny Hunt channel. My other channel has at least 3 uploads, then there's another one where I just upload once a week until I'm done with all of them. So up to 10 uploads a week need to be prepped. Although I'm not very good at editing, so I haven't really focused on that yet. I mean, putting clips together after downloading from my Switch is what I call editing. Bare basics. The annoying thing about my channel, when I make those videos, I shiny hunt and I clip them with the Switch, with the minus button. Was it minus? Well, there's the screenshot button. Not the minus button, the screenshot button. Then I have like 8 separate clips, sometimes 9. At the lowest amount 6. And then, because my phone is old, very old, it can't download anything from the Switch. Other than pictures, I think, if I'm lucky. I can't download the clips, so I don't have an easy way to get the clips other than manually typing the password every time I get a new clip. And I have done that hundreds of times now. And my Switch likes to break down a few times in between. So it takes hours to edit everything together because I have to download like 40 separate videos and typing in the password every time. That takes like a minute for me to connect. That's just complaining. I mean, I love the work, it just takes a while. If I ever buy a new phone, it will probably be easier, but not take hours anymore. I've been using DaVinci Resolve, the editor, sometimes, but the Switch clips don't work with the free versions, so I'm using OpenShot to put these together because the Windows editor pretty much disappeared of my disappeared off my laptops. I think it was discontinued, but I could also be wrong. It could just disappear from mine. My gaming laptop that I have here, where I'm streaming on, didn't have an editor anyway, so I had to download those. If you want a simple editor, go for OpenShot. If you want a more complicated one, go for DaVinci Resolve. It is a pretty good editor, as far as I know. I'm not sure what you guys want to do with it, but like, if you're just starting out, might as well. I've been using them for a while, so I think they're safe enough. If you're concerned about that. And on my work laptop, I usually download the clips while I upload. Uploading also takes forever. While 3-minute videos don't take long to upload, I often have for my gaming channel hours worth of content, and you can just see those 3-5 hours that it takes to upload those every time for every single one. My internet isn't good enough. I'm not even talking about streaming. Thankfully, I'm only streaming 2 hours now. I mean, I do like streaming a long time, for hours on end, especially when I'm shiny hunting, but I literally can't afford to do that if I want to sleep and if I want to get work done. But I talk so much I forget the point I'm saying. Sorry. I forgot. It's a shame you can't just rewind. Yeah. I only stream for 2 hours. So at least I stream. I do plan on now, with this one, set the mark to stream 5 times a week. If I'm not being interrupted. And I say it was interrupted because I hate my schedule. I have my entire day planned out, so I don't really like interruptions. Because it ruins my day. I don't like surprises. Unless someone surprises me with a comment on stream. Chat with me. That wasn't a good translation. Not translation, transition. My English could use some work, but my talking, even in German, is the same way. If my voice sounds weird, I have no idea. If I sound aggressive, tired, or anything, I don't mean it. That's just how I sound. I have no perception of myself, and I don't really want to watch a 2-hour stream of myself that I'll cringe over in a week. Although I don't think there's anything to cringe over in this one. But yeah, if you like these types of streams, if you like me talking or not talking, that's fine. I will not always be talking. When I begin the stream and no one is chatting with me, I will likely be muted until someone chats with me. And then, like here, I'll talk like a waterfall. Especially because Palkia is boring to hunt. Don't get me wrong, I like soft reset hunts, but on stream it's just one activity I do and it's not multitasking. So it's a bit boring for me. Unless I talk like this, that's fun. It's good to entertain too. I don't know if my words are entertaining, but it gets me talking and out of my comfort zone. I don't usually talk that much. but it might not be true. I'm definitely afraid of people. If it's not on stream. Real life is scary. I usually write it on Twitch underneath my channel in my info in the news update section whenever a stream is gonna be delayed or not happening. Well, not delayed, it would just not happen. I probably won't write that on Twitter or anything, it's just in my stream. You'll also see in the time schedule, whatever the translation is, whether or not something is happening or if I change a game. Something along those lines. I plan to do Shiny Hunt streams twice a week, gaming stream twice a week, and an art stream once a week. Just so I get going. Get myself out of comfort zone, and it's beneficial to me in many ways. Yes, I'm a bit greedy when it comes to money. I do want Twitch affiliate eventually. But it's mostly because I just want to finance rent and everything. Have an online career. I'm not sure if I'll be enough as a streamer, but that's okay. Otherwise this will just be fun. I'm an artist, I'll just do that. I make plushies as well. I'll soon open commissions too. So check those out in a couple months. Latest 2024, that should work. By then I have the business open. Hopefully, if all works well. If I'm already complaining, might as well complain about name changing laws for non-binary people in Germany. It sucks and I'm waiting for the new law. Selbstbestimmungsgesetz. That's what's it called. We have a pretty bad law about changing your name as a trans or non-binary person. Non-binary persons, people like me, aren't even included in those. It's just really tough to change your name to not be that named anymore. Mind you, I'm unemployed. I just have family that doesn't respect me enough to call me by my preferred name. I don't care about the misgendering because they're never gonna stop that, but like they can always call me by my name. And that's the only thing that makes me angry at the moment, that I'm complaining about on stream. That I will cringe over in a week. If I remember. Yeah, I will totally remember doing that. If anyone clips it, please don't. I don't think anyone is gonna watch much of a stream that had nothing happening in it. Well, once it's on YouTube. Or already on YouTube. Hi. There's half an hour left for me to stream. What can we talk about that's not about me complaining about being non-binary and not being respected? Please call me by they, them pronouns. If you refer to me. Feather or Feather are the names that I accept online. Yeah, I probably shouldn't went online. It's the only thing that makes me upset though. Next to being unemployed, but that's not a secret. That's fine. It's just a couple of months. Once I legally change my name, I have a business. Just a couple months more. The new law is about to be put in place. Hopefully. They delayed that quite a long time because people in Germany are really not that accepting. And bring stupid arguments about the new law. But once it passes, it's gonna be so much easier. Can't wait for that to come. I think that will be passed in summer. So it might be a couple more months after that before it's really there. And then that's another 3 months waiting. Oh well, at least in that time I can get my skill levels up and stream consistently. Hopefully. I'm a coward, so I don't know if I will. I think you already left again, didn't you? Oh well, that's fine. Nothing interesting is happening here. I'm in my 20s, early 20s, so this is not a kid ranting. This is an adult ranting. And I don't know how interesting it is to have some random adult ranting about stuff. Actually, considering the success of Off is probably more interesting than I think. I still don't consider it very interesting, because I also don't know how well I'm understood. In terms of how my words sound, or if nothing is understood that I say. And my English could use some work. Or generally on how I talk. Sometimes my words just mix together. And just sound very weird. I remember my first Chinese streams where I wanted to put subtitles, but I absolutely could not understand what I said. Not even with the context. Absolutely no idea. No idea whatsoever. I think I got less encounters done this time around, but I also miscounted. How many have I done so far? I think 50-ish. I might get like 20-ish, 30-ish more encounters done. But that's still a lot. But it's gonna take a lot of streams. But like I said, I think I will switch these streams up. Just gotta see and how I need to do this. And need to remember to write the current counters down. And please remember to keep chat and comments appropriate for any age. This is a safe space, and I want nothing like swearing or inappropriate stuff in my comments or chat. I think I'm saying chat wrong. Oh well. I'm not a fan of inappropriate humor, so please never do that around me. That reminds me of all the people that get cancelled lately. Like, wow, guys, can you not be a degenerate for one day? Does nobody notice how many people are cancelled that we watched like for a decade or something? I've only had like 1 or 2 creators I followed that then turned out to be degenerates. Which is a shame. I'm running out of topics to talk. I have so much to talk about, but I can't think of anything. It's getting late for me. My brain isn't working anymore. Imagine a 22-year-old adult having a bedtime at 10. Because that's reality. I think that's funny. It's not funny for other people, I guess. I'm not drunk. I don't drink. In case anyone is ever wondering, you will never find me drinking any sort of alcohol or anything of that sort. If I sound deranged, I'm probably tired. Or I usually sound like that. I'm more likely to skip over my words, change topics at random. And that's the most quote-unquote deranged things I'll do. In general, I have no idea. I'm probably gonna mute myself in a bit for the rest. Just can't think of anything more to talk about. Except for Pokemon games. Except. Yes, it's the correct word. Oh, sorry. Drinking some Coca-Cola right now. No sponsor. 0, by the way. I don't like sugar that much. Pokemon Ranger really deserves a remake, but I can't think of any way they could really implement it. Like if they were to take the Switch Lite, which doesn't have the controllers as extras, it would be extremely hard to implement the whole motions. With the separate controllers you can do that, like kind of like Let's Go, if you go about it that way, but I can't think of any way how they could remake the whole Pokemon Ranger game. Or make a new one. I mean, you could do it with the joystick here, but like, meh. Also, Joy-Con drift. Absolutely annoying. There's so many Switch controllers and it's always my left one that gets Joy-Con drift. It's awful. It's annoying. I forgot where it was. Where was I? Pokemon Ranger deserves a remake. I really like the Pokemon Rangers game. I played the second game first. I wasn't very good at the game when I was young. I later, when I got older, played through it. It's amazing. I really liked the third installment of that one. And the first one, that one is so hard. What were they thinking? I'm just telling you, Steelix. Steelix was a nightmare. I mean, I already knew with the Pokemon power thingy, you could catch it. But like Steelix, why? Why make it so accurate on the screen? It took up your entire screen for those who have no context. Once it starts moving, you have absolutely... It was game over for you. If you couldn't flee. But otherwise, I played that game in one day for the Manafi egg, because that cartridge still had the event active. As far as I remember, the first Stranger game had the Manafi event, but it could only distribute it one per cartridge because of an error in the coding. I did get it. I still have it. Well, the Manafi. I already hatched it. And... give me a moment. My finger was blue after the next day. I just played through it in one day. It was, well, in 2 days, but within 24 hours. Days well spent as a kid. It was a lot of fun, but it was very difficult. The second game, Shadows over Almia, if the title is correct. I only remember the German name. Was also very good. The story is so good. Ooh, I love this. It's just as much as the third, but there are some sections in the third game that I don't like very much. I think the second game also had some that I really, really hate playing through. But it's fun. I do think they should have a remake. And I really want to play Pokemon Colosseum and the sequel, whose name I forgot in English. With the Shadow Lugia. I really want to play those games, but I can't. I neither have the consoles to play it, nor the actual games. Do hope they make a remake one day. Otherwise, I would love another Pokepark game. I really like this game. I loved playing the second game, where you had a bit more, I'd say, like freedom in a way. It was also nice. It had a post-game area, which was a nice touch. I never managed to beat the tournament though. I mostly play with Snivy because I like speed. For anyone wondering as well later, I don't understand sarcasm or jokes most of the time, so you'll have to help me a little when you do it. I might not get it. I'm dumb. I get to just say that to myself. Not you. Just so we're clear. It's nothing to do with self-deprecation, in case you're wondering. I pronounced that wrong. Oh well. We can do until I'm at 1250 in soft resets. Not soft resets. Then I'll end the stream. I think I then have talked enough. It's not entirely 2 hours, but like sleep is very important. since I can't say the word correctly. This stream will be up shortly after. For those who are watching on YouTube already, cool. Then in that case, the stream was like 3-4 days ago. And yeah, if you like this, I'll stream at 8 p.m. Just Google German time. I think it's still GMT +1, but I still have to Google if that's still the correct time. At 8 p.m. Mondays and Fridays for shiny hunting. Wednesdays and Saturdays for gaming streams. Whatever I'm in the mood for. If you're curious, I have it all scheduled on Twitch. You can just see that down in my schedule. Usually, I have it settled there. Settled? Yeah, you get what I mean. Probably. And on Thursdays I stream art. Whatever I want to draw. Sometimes I'll do a raffle. Like art giveaway where I'll draw your character. Every once in a while I'll do that. But I'm probably just gonna draw whatever I'm in the mood for. There's still a couple of artworks I need some extra time for, so the stream might be ideal for those. But I'll just likely be muted if no one talks to me and just draw. The next stream will be a Pokemon Scarlet stream on Friday. Shiny hunting stream, I mean. I have other streams before that. So on every day but Tuesday and Sunday, I'll be streaming at 8 p.m. If I don't, then just either being a coward or I have family business to attend to. It's likely the coward option. I'll try to better myself though. Insisting to do it today despite how much I was around family today. That's already a good thing. Oh my. I'm already cringing about everything they said. All this info that doesn't need to be public. But did it anyway. Oh, jeez. Oh well, it's fine. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, a comment and subscribe if you want to support me. And I'm not done with the stream yet, but I wanted to say that for once anyway. Or follow on Twitch, that would be very helpful. I'm trying to get to at least 50 followers. I wonder how long Palkia will take. I think I miscounted again. Oh well. For any wing, yes, clearly. For anyone wondering, my favorite Pokemon is Slivery. If you don't know what that is, because you haven't played Pokemon Scarlet, don't spoil yourself, then Google it. But for those who know, I love it, and it's absolute best moth ever. So fluffy. I'll try to avoid spoilers. If I do spoil someone, please do tell. I'll just put up a warning later on when I'm spoiling on how long I do that. Likely, unless you guys do it first. But I'm trying to avoid it as much as I am trying to avoid swearing. Cursing, or whatever it's called. It's rude anyway. And for my dear LGBT friends, hi! You're all valid. If I just could say that correctly. You're all valid. Have a nice kind of safe space here. In my little corner, you guys are fine. Join my Discord server if you want chill time. There's nobody on it but one person. And me. We'd appreciate some more people on that. I'll try to moderate as much as I can as well. But since there's no one right now, I haven't really been in the chat room. And forget existence every other day. But it's still moderated by me. Just nothing to moderate at the moment. So come join and we talk about anything. As long as it's appropriate. And remember to keep yourselves safe. Don't talk to strangers on the internet. In DMs especially. If you're a minor. Meaning under, for me in Germany it's under 18. Minors don't interact with adults if they're shady. And even if they're not shady, be careful. One more and then the stream is over. But I had a lot of fun, so that's good. I talked a lot. I already know a couple of things that I'm cringing about already. Great. And later I'll see what I can improve on this stream. Especially since I talked so much, I have a lot of reference for me. And we didn't get it today, but that's okay. We did like 70-ish, was it 70? No, wait, 90-ish encounters today, which is less than last time, but the number is nicer that we end on today. So, thank you very much for watching. If you like content like this, please subscribe, like, leave a comment, follow me on Twitch, maybe join my Discord server or follow me on any of my other social medias if you like my content. That would be very much appreciated. And otherwise, have a good day, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.